Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can try this again. See if you have any sound on your end now there, Bengal.
Anyone else feel that 4% is too low a chance?
Alrighty, so
Oh, whoa, whoa.
see if
Is that how a lot of my across the base do it? Like, just in Discord? You have to turn me up. That's, I still sound super loud though.
hello, Modbot Matt. Can you guys hear me now?
So Leaf sounds awesome. The things sounded okay.
Alrighty, so sorry about that, guys. Slight technical difficulties, but hey, what can you do about it, right? How's y'all's evening going? All right. So we're waiting on a couple more folks. Hopefully they can get back in here and we can get things up and running and get to work on this thing. I got two more people to message here. And hopefully we can get rolling. All right. Hello, Faber. How are you doing this evening? All right. Faber, if you want to jump over into the server VC, you are more than welcome to. And we'll have somebody in here that'll help talk and keep the crowd occupied. Hello, Mr. Bengal. How are you guys doing? All right, that's a little bit too much info there, Modbot, but to each their own. All right, so today, as everyone saw with the thumbnail, we're going to be working on the Windrower that we have come out with, right? So we'll get started here. We'll jump over here into Maya. So what we have here is a webcam that just doesn't want to work. So let's try that again. And there we go. All right. So the problem that we have found is with this mod right here, we are looking at disaster on the screen. Stand by. Alright, let's fix that. Alright, there we go. So, this currently has 333,000 polys. That is unacceptable. It's not going to pass. And the reason I say that is because if we get rid of this right here, we hide this, that's all the frame and substructure, trailer, and everything. It reduces down. It's only 80,000 polys. The rake itself is 252,000 polys. It's not going to ever pass like that. So the guru had an idea, and we are going to step back and rethink how we're going to do this, right? So what that's going to wind up entailing is we're going to go to this style rake. So right now I'm anticipating around 20,000 polygons total is where we want to be. So with that being said, we're going to jump in here to a new instance of Maya, and we're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go here to View, Image Plane, Import Image, go to the mod folder that we have, Images, and bring the rake in here. We'll zoom right in here so everybody can see. So this is actually fairly simple to make. So what we're going to do here to start with, we're going to start with a cylinder. We're going to rotate it 0, 9, 90, and 90. And I did that wrong. Alright. So next we're going to reduce the amount of edges here and faces. We only need one cap on the end, and on the top side we're going to reduce that down to probably 15 edges. We could probably go a little bit more. No. "13 edges. Alright, so now we're going to scale this up to our centerpiece right there. And then go to top view, and make this a whole lot smaller. So we want it just barely behind this black disc right here, because that's what we're creating right now. So right there, barely can see it. We go here to the perspective mode, we can zoom around and it's there. It needs to be a little thicker than what it is. So let's take that back. We're going to leave it right there for now. So the next thing we want to make is we got this outer ring here. So we're going to start with a disc. We're going to scale it up a little bit. And we're going to, same thing on that one, we're going to rotate it on this axis here. That did not make what I wanted to make. Start that over. A pipe is what we want to make. There we go. again, rotate it on this axis, and then we're going to select polypipe here and reduce the radius to 0.5. Nope. 2. All right, we want it larger than what it is. We could probably go to a 1.5. And that looks about right there. The height we want to be 0.05. And adjust this down. Get her a little smaller. Subdivisions, again, we could probably get away with about a 15, maybe 12, no, 14 subdivisions. So it's still going to look rounded over once we're done, and soften the edges and everything. So now what I want to do is, this bar here is too thick, so we're going to go to edge mode, select this edge, and then scale it in. Right. So now we have messed that all up because we did not select the backside. Now let's try that again. All right. So now if we hide this, we got our basic ring wheel. Welcome back, Modbot. Hope everything worked out well for you. So next thing we want are these curved twines here. So we're going to go to this little tool here and create a curve. So the way this is going to work is we are going to just pick any one curve and start clicking along the curve. And then once we're done with that, we hit enter and it generated this green line here. So I'm going to hide the background here just so you can see. This is the line, and this is going to be the shape of the piece that we're using. Faber, let's see, if you go to Discord, go to the FS22 gameplay channel, and then the server VC is in there. All right, stand by. Let's see if we can get that sorted out for you. And see if you got it now.
Hey,
Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. So,
And I
right.
see TMF22 is in the chat. How are you doing this evening?
So, what do you think about the pump it and hose it spec?
The Pump It and Hose It pack. I have not checked that out yet.
Well, I would say go to Farming Simulator and check it out. It's only 3 minutes.
Ah, so what is significant about this pack?
It's a dragline system for a slurry.
Oh boy.
Yeah. The now mesh. The one who made the straw add-on also makes this.
All
It's
right.
gonna be released 27th of September, and it's absolutely astonishing.
And it is the Pump It pack, you say?
Pump it and hose it.
And I am not seeing it. But
If you go to Farming Simulator on YouTube, it's one of the first videos.
okay. Alrighty. So it's a third-party DLC, is what Bengal is
Yes,
saying?
yeah. Creative Mesh, that's the name. They made it.
Awesome. Alright, so now going back here, we've got our basic shape of what our tine is going to look like. So we're going to, right now, the pivot point is set here in the center of the world, and we need to move that up to this end of the curve. So what we're going to do is move it on up there. And zoom in to make sure we're right there on the end. And these go up just nope, nope, nope. It's not going to cooperate. We're going to leave it there. Oh, there we go. All right, and then we want to check the top view to make sure it's still centered, and the side view to make sure it's still centered. And the reason we're doing that is the next step, we're going to create a cylinder. We're going to size it way down, and then we're going to select the curve that we drew. We're going to go here to modify and match translation. That's going to move the cylinder up here to where we're at. So that is definitely too tall for that cylinder. So we need to go here and not do that. And we're going to size it back down again. And probably needs to be a little bit bigger. There we go. And while we're here, we're going to reduce some of the counts on these. So because this is a very tiny piece that you're not going to be able to see a whole lot of detail in the game, we're going to reduce it tremendously in details. So the way it looks right now is just a little six-sided cylinder now. So from there, we want to extrude that along this curve, and we will go here to extrude. We're going to use the generated curve, and we're going to start with about 15 divisions, and then we're going to apply that, and it's not going to work because I did something wrong. That's not right. Offset 0.001, no, 0.01. Take that back and offset 0.2, and didn't work.
So great.
Hello?
Hello, how are you doing? I'm in chat, trying to talk to you.
Hey,
And if I only had somebody else in VC that could talk to me and say, "Hey, David's in the chat." So
Okay.
everybody say hello to David.
Hi. Okay, so you're doing two things a little bit different. First, press plus on the numpad to make the modifier, like the one that rotates and stuff, to make it a little bit visible. Select something and press plus. Like now press W first and then plus. There you go. So now whenever you rotate, now it's a little bit smaller. Don't go crazy. You need to see the arrows. And in order to extrude along a curve, you need another curve. So a circle, not a polygon. You set down there a cylinder and you need a curve. So in the curve menu, you have a like a circle. Delete that one and go to the top left curves menu, and you see the first one is a circle. That one. You put it there, and then you extrude from the circle on top of the curve, creating a point.
Alrighty. So I was doing it wrong earlier, but we still.
You good. My young Padawan, my pink
Ha ha
Padawan, I
ha
have
ha
to
ha.
say.
So now we're gonna go back and get this back up there, and we will rotate that.
so David,
Now, hold on. If you press rotate now, you're gonna see that the modifier that allows you to rotate is way bigger, so you have a lot of control. So tell me, Faber,
yes.
why are you so loud?
I don't know. How excited are you about the Pump It and Pump and House It DLC?
What are you talking about?
Come on, the new DLC.
Oh, pumps and hoses. You
Yeah,
mean? Okay, okay.
Pump It and House It.
Pumps and houses. It's a reference to Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah. Oh my God. Time out the bot.
No,
uh, yeah, we're still working on getting the chat bot up and running right. I don't have the rules and all that stuff in here. I do have a couple, but heist were working. I don't know if they're working still. Um, there is a special command here. Julian, yeah, yeah. So your favorite word on 82's channel is what, Julian? What does Ali say all the time in chat?
Lori.
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna type it. Screw that.
yeah.
Be
You
my
type Laura,
guest.
you get time out 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So,
that's a direct purge.
sir.
That is a direct purge. Like 10 minutes timeout, it's a purge on the chatbot.
Yes.
So what are you trying to do now?
All right. So now I've got my circle the size of the tine of what the tine needs to be.
Whenever you're using for views, it's better if you use the 3D view to like select the circle and go closer to the circle, pressing F. Pressing F on the for views, you go to for views. Now you select the circle, and in that view, without changing, press F. Okay, now you can pan. No, work on the 3D view. Move your mouse onto the 3D view and scale it up and down, rotate it on the 3D view, and you see the direct effects on the other three views. So you have the right perspective, but you are modifying on a 3D space.
Yep.
So you can pan here, you can do whatever you want, and you will always have the view. If you move to the other views and press also F, you will see on the other views the close up side to the circle but without the limit of a 2D view. Do you understand what I say?
I do.
Okay, awesome. Now extrude it. I want to see it. Venom, how you doing? He's in the chat. Also,
Yes.
TMF is in the chat. Matt R is in the chat. I know all these fellows. Bengal Runner is in the chat.
Yeah, there's also a guy called 82 Studios. I'm not sure. Maybe
Yeah.
you should time him out. He's dodgy.
Where is the bot? Time at the bot. Why are you talking? Who?
Yeah. All right. So, if I can remember how I did this earlier, I
If you're trying to look to show, you just put the extrude options behind your face.
yeah,
Nothing wrong with your face.
yeah. No, it's not.
say.
I've lost all. Nothing is connecting. There we go. So, selecting the circle first and the curve second. And then go here. Get rid of that because nobody needs to see all that. And then go to extrude. And it is along the generated path, or the selected path, correct? If I remember correctly.
You are. I don't see the options that you select, but you need to. Whenever you extrude, you are using a phase extrusion, not a curve extrusion. You need to select on the menu curve the extrusion. This tool is not the extrusion for the curves. That's why also it wasn't working. So close that tool, close that extrude face, and now you go to curves. Oh no, menu surface. It's a menu surface. It's around in the middle. In the middle it says surface. Top menu, top options, and there is one that says surface, and then you have the extrusion there, fifth from top. And you use the checkbox on the extrude, fifth from the top. There you go. Now is when you set up all the options that we saw. So you want tube, add a path.
And
So the style needs to be tube. The result needs to be at following the path. So add a path. Now, rotation scale, and you want to see, you're missing options that you don't see because you have selected nerves. So you need to select the middle option at the bottom, polygons.
and we selected quads, not triangles, correct?
Yep. And you select quads, not triangles. Make the tool a little bigger so everybody sees all the options instead of scrolling up and down. It makes it easier to see. Taller, not wide. It isn't rubbish. So you need to click on quads, and then why don't we see the closest profile? We should see the use in the other ones. Why don't you see everything? Let me open it. I'll help you there. Orientation, path direction, I believe. I don't remember all the options there. I have them preset. So I'm getting inside Maya right now. So I'll tell you. So, okay, surface this, then extrude. So yeah, if path, it's tube, add a path, closest endpoint, path direction, and then rotation 0, scale 1, curve range complete, polygons, and then you need to click on match render tessellation, quads, and general.
So quads and general, and then match.
And then, but somehow, there you go, general, and then no. Well, you can if you first uncheck the match render tessellation.
Okay.
Now test it right there. See the result. If not, then you control with the general tessellation. You will control the U's and V's. Test it first with match render tessellation, and you can shrink a little bit that window because it's useless that big.
And it did not work.
Okay, now Control Z.
And take that back and up. That did not work.
That, and now without, you go to general and then you select, depending on the complexity of your curve, you need to select the number you've used and the number of beats. Number of beats, which should, if it's small, should be 4 or 5. That's like that. There's a parameter in 3D. Now number of views is the number of sections. Depending on the complexity, one more or less. The number of these is the number of cuts, like horizontal cuts. So if it's not complex, V should be 5. Number of V. You need to change it. So that's 5 and the other one 30. That delay, it's madness.
Yes.
There you go.
All right. So I practiced before the stream, and that was not how I did it. But that is much easier.
I like it.
And then we'll bring this back so we can compare that to what we built. And it looks pretty good. Just a little bit big.
It looks pretty good indeed. Now, if you should need to simplify a bit the number of cuts where the piece is straight.
Yep.
Simplify and remove some V's, remove some U's, sorry, and to reduce the polygons, of course. And then if you center that piece in the center of the circle, like you have it, you just need to do a duplicate special with 10 degrees and it will do like woo.
Yep. So it worked out to be 9 degrees and 40 rotations.
There you go. If you're gonna clean meshes, you need to zoom in a bit. Otherwise, it's really difficult. Well, depending on the size of the screen, that's also. The F is your friend. The key F is your friend.
So I'm wanting to combine all of these.
Not combine, select and control minus. Select them and then control minus.
And does nothing.
Control delete on your keyboard, depending on your keyboard.
Yep.
Control delete.
Control delete.
Okay. If you press delete, it doesn't remove the entire loop if there is missing vertices. If you press control delete, it deletes everything that it's remaining. Here you don't delete them all. You just delete the ones that are not adding like complexity or information. By the way, I don't know if you saw that the video is up.
I did.
My bad. I forgot to press enter and send it. So,
All right, so that got rid of those.
yeah.
So now we go back to object mode, select this. That is already in the center. We're going to duplicate special. And I've already prepared this, and we apply it. And we'll bring our photo back for reference. And
I love
there,
to see that when it happens. It's awesome.
there you have
Now
it.
show what happened. Show what happens if you move one piece, one face. Edit, go into face mode and edit and drag one face, and you undo it. But show what happens. That's the
Ta-da! So now let's not screw that up.
Nope, not just everything. Okay, I'm gonna hop off. I will keep watching if I see something that
Yep,
needs
that was
addressing.
the hardest part. The other part, I got that part down. It's the hoses are no fun.
No, houses
So
are
for reference now, this I'll hide this right here. This piece here is 4,400 polygons.
triangles.
Triangles, that's what I meant. Sorry. So this here, with just the bars and the two wheels on the ends, was 252,000.
Ew.
So,
That's a lot of triangles right there.
yes.
You need some work on that.
No,
Maybe.
this is the work that's going to be done. Delete.
Oh, delete. So you're gonna use my method, the one that I said.
Yes, so we're going to be that's 82's contribution to this is we're going to have, 5 of these on each side for, 20,000 polys triangles on each side versus 255,000.
And I will something that we will see also in the future is gonna be how to do an LOD for that. So when you're not close to the machine, it will become just a circle with, I don't know, 20, 30 polygons as best.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be nice. Okay, so I'll let you be, and we'll see you. I don't know. Today's Thursday. Oh yeah, tomorrow we have stream. Yeah. Tomorrow. So
Yeah.
see you later.
All right.
See
Thank
you
you,
later,
sir.
David.
All right. So Venom, I do believe that is working. So we shall see if that works there in chat. And it says I violated my own rules. So we'll see how that works. All right. So next we need a hub for this thing. So the easiest way to do that is going to be, I want to hide this. So this piece here should be set behind it like such. and in face mode I'm going to select this side here and make it a little bit thinner. And then I want to go back to object mode, select the whole object, duplicate it, and put it on this side here. So that is what sandwiching that piece together in the middle here. Now I'm going to go to face mode, and we're going to extrude this out a little bit here. And I did that wrong. I want to scale it in here. Then pop this out a little bit. And I'm going to continue to do that to make a hub here in the center. I would always advise to use another browser than your default one. So I'm using Google Chrome all the time. However, on stream I would use Microsoft Edge. And the reason for this is what I just explained. I can add a window capture now for Microsoft Edge. I can reposition it and use it like this. Bring this out a little bit. As you can see, I can rescale this and then it just captures exactly this window here. If I close it, wrong button. I'll quickly gonna launch Minecraft so I can show you game capture. So the game is loaded now. Let me pull that out of it. I'm gonna delete this here and then the game capture. Bring that around. So that's about a good of a hub that's gonna need as far as the detail goes. And for the bolts, I'm just going to use a decal. So now I can select all of this and unhide here. Alrighty. So now we've got our rake hub. So I'm going to now select all of this and save, export it as an FBX and pull it over into our other. Some people like a webcam that looks like this on stream. And we say yes. So now we can go into here and bring it in. And as everyone can see, it is way too high. Zip it, it will look like this. It's a folder, and then inside we'll have a bunch of stuff. Now we are doing a webcam, so let's go to webcam borders. So you have a border with your name, it's a blank space. You can add text or a border without name. Now I'm going to choose with so that I can show you the text. Let's click on OK. I'm also going to make my webcam wide now because then it will fit the border. So the easiest way to do this is making your webcam bigger and selecting the border. By the way, if you look at the sources here, these work like layers. So now we should be able to move this where we need to. See that it's hidden behind my webcam. So make sure these layers are positioned correctly, and now we can just make this bigger and then try to fit it around the corners here. Now the last thing is to add our text, so plus icon. So just to see what it's going to look like. Wrong button. And it's going to need to not do that. Select the webcam border plus the webcam. Right click it and you say group selected items and then you call it webcam group, for example. So now you can just select the folder here, the webcam group, and then you can rescale it. We'll bring this down to where it lines up with the ground. and there. So now, same thing that we did previously with the tines and duplicating the instances, we're going to do the same here. So right now I've got one. The next one should need to be probably here. So we're looking at about a 1.5. So we're going to go to duplicate special, instances. I'm sorry, these should be copies because they're going to be rotating separately. And we want this to go on here at 1.5. And we're going to start with 8 copies and apply. And it appears I did that wrong.
This will always work. This will not give you a black screen. However, it is very intensive for your PC to do this. So if you have the possibility to choose game capture, definitely do it. If that doesn't work, for example, for CSGO, if it's CSGO, then with contrast you can either remove it and items, and then you call it webcam group, for example.
So what we should have done is duplicate it.
If your webcam doesn't look that good, you can right click it, go to
There and 0.5 here. So now there we have. We just need to adjust them back to where they need to be. Alright, I will be right back, guys. I got to take a pause for the cause. Alright, guys, I'm back. How's the chat holding up there?
It's holding up.
Oh, Venom, I see, got timed out. What did he say? Oh, he laughed at Bangle. So, what are your thoughts, everyone?
This is used for exactly that. I click on the plus icon, you will see that there's a URL here, there's a page preview, and as an example,
You got timed out, Venom, because Bangle timed you out.
however, it does show the web page that you're adding right in the settings. So I'm gonna split my screen into parts, and let's go to stream elements. So this is a service that we're gonna use to pull all those things like alerts, labels, your chat, donation book, all that stuff. On the home page, you can click on login on the top right, and then you just log in with your
So, if we go here to our top view, I think that our special, it's the right amount, but I feel that we are too far apart here. So we're going to undo that. and back them back up.
That's the same thing as here on the left in OBS Studio. So when I go to the talking scene, the black box here is the same as this box.
And so that was at 0.5. We'll reduce it to 0.2 and apply. And that's not right. I know what I needed to do first, and that was we want to rotate and what is the angle that those should be? Is that right? Yeah, they're angled towards the tractor like such. So probably can move this first one back a little bit and this way and rotate it. It's too much. Let's try that again. There we go. So now let's try to see if we can get this to line up right this time. Nope, and that went the wrong way. So we want it to do this. So unfortunately, I have no idea why that did that. There we go. And what happened? There. Now we have them. So what we will need is this piece here. We'll need to rotate more along this axis, and we should be able to take these and move them back. Yep. And this one is not needed. Actually, let's take that back. And bring them over this way. Bring them back that way. And I don't like them. So here. And there we go. Now, we still got all of the same width as previous. So go here, unhide this, and rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of that. So now, this is going to be a significant difference. Delete that all together. And group that together. And we're going to mirror it. Nope, here. And apply. Nope. That did not work like I wanted. So for now, apply that one. Go to top view. Take this, rotate it around like that. For now, take this, All right. Well, as you all can see, I still have some practice to do. And yeah. But that's going to wrap up our time for tonight. So hopefully by the next time we get to stream, we'll be further along in separating and getting this thing ready to go. So thank you everybody for your time.
Well, you're most welcome.
So one day I'll be able to stream and watch the chat and do this modeling and stuff. It's a whole lot harder than what David makes it look like.
Yeah, but David also has a team.
Yeah.
And it took him a long while. Don't think David was good at it at first.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine. But I'll be ending this here tonight, and then if anybody is available and wants to jump on the server, we'll be playing on Stone Valley tonight. So, with that all being said, I will holler at you guys later. Thank you, TMF. And you guys have a great night.
Bye!